Hi, my name is Jacob Graham, and today we'll be talking about chapters 7 through 12 of Everything I've Learned in Computer Science 345. First off, we have chapter 7, which is network architecture, which involves switch types, which involves managed versus unmanaged, layer 2 versus layer 3/4. Then we have switch port security, which involves shutdown port security and MAC filtering. Then we have the spanning tree protocol, or the STP, which prevents loops, port states, and deals with RSTP, SPV, and Trill. It has a hierarchical design with a core distribution, access layers, spine, and leaf. We have availability and redundancy, which involves NIC teaming, load balancing, and clustering. We have virtualization and hypervisors, which involves type 1 versus type 2, vNICs, and vSwitches. Then we have SDN and NFV, which involves planes, which involves data control application. Then we have orchestration and automation. Next is cloud models, which has infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. There is hybrid and multi-cloud, and there's shared responsibility. Next is Chapter 8, Network Segmentation. And the benefits of segmentation include security, performance, troubleshooting. It has subnets and masks, which is IPv4, CIDR, VLSM, and IPv6 simplicity. We have VLANs, which involve access versus trunk ports, tagging, and SVIs. Then we have VLAN types, default, native, data management, and voice. Then we have VXLANs and data centers, which involve overlay networks and MTU requirements. Then we have cloud segmentation, which involve VPCs, public/private subnets, and NAT gateways. And then we have edge computing and CDNs, which reduce latency and have distributed delivery. Next is Chapter 9, which is wide area networking. WAN versus LAN, ownership, protocols, distance, throughput. We have WAN connectivity options, which include DSL, cable, fiber, leased lines, and MPLS. And then we have SD wide area network, which is centralized control, app-aware routing, and failover. And then we have wireless WANs, which are the 4G, 5G, and satellite services. Then we have routing protocols, which include static versus dynamic. And then we have OSPF, ISIS, we have EIGRP, and then we have BGP. And then finally, WAN security, ACLs, proxies, firewalls, NGFW, and UTM. Onward to Chapter 10, Risk Management. Security risks like hackers in all forms, and then we have breaches and vulnerabilities. Social engineering, there's phishing, tailgating, dumpster diving, etc. Insider threats, there's least privilege and DLP solutions. We have DOS and DDoS attacks, which include floods, DRDoS, amplified DRDoS, and PDoS. Next, we have malware types, which include viruses, worms, trojans, ransomware, bots. We have risk assessments, which is security, business, vendor, posture audits. Then we have attack simulations, which includes pen testing, red/blue/purple teams. And then we have IDS/IPS and honeypots, which are for detection, prevention, and deception. And then we have device hardening, which includes patching, disabling insecure protocols, and switch configs. Next, we have Chapter 11, Access Control, which includes security policies, auth, NDAs, bring your own device, and CYOD. Then we have physical security like locks, biometrics, cameras, smart lockers, etc. And then we have AAA/IAM, which include authentication, authorization, and accounting. Then we have authentication methods, which includes passwords, hashing, MFA, and SSO. And then we have authorization models, which is RBAC and SOD. We have accounting tools, which is SIEM and log monitoring. Then we have directory services, which include LD, LDAP, AD, and Kerberos. And then we have Radius versus TechX Plus, which is wireless versus device admin. And then we have the Zero Trust model and SASE, which include ZTA, ZTNA, CASB, FWASAS, and then we have SWGs. And finally, on to Chapter 12, Performance and Recovery. We have Network Management, which includes monitoring baselines, asset records. Then we have Environmental Monitoring, which includes sensors, which many of the sensors are temp, humidity, flooding, and smoke. Then we have traffic monitoring tools like TAPS, port mirroring, and protocol analyzers. Then we have system log and NSMP, which include event logging, polling, and traps. Then we have NetFlow and observability, which include flow data, dashboards, and real-time monitoring. Then we have performance baselines, which include KPIs, which then include utilization, jitter, and drops. And then we have bandwidth management, which has flow control, congestion control, and QoS. QoS techniques, we have traffic shaping, diffserv, and COS. Incident response, we have prep, detection, contain, remediate, recover, and review. And then we have data preservation, which is chain of custody and evidence handling. We have business continuity NDR, which involves BCP versus DRP. And then we have cold/warm/hot sites. And then we have the DRAAS. Next, we have power management, which includes surges, UPS types, and PDUs. And then finally, we have backup systems, which is the 3211 rule. We have RTO/RPO. And that's everything. Thank you for watching.